Children, today we are going to talk about deferred revenue expenditure, its meaning and features, as well as classification of deferred revenue expenditure. Now, children, starting off with the first topic for today, that is deferred revenue expenditure. Deferred revenue expenditure, children, refers to the revenue expense, the benefit of which extends beyond the current accounting year. So, we can say the result and benefits of this expenditure are obtained over the multiple years in the future. It do not lead to only an expenditure which is accounted in only the current year. For example, children, revenue used for advertisement is deferred revenue expenditure. Now you must be thinking why it is a deferred revenue expenditure. It is so, children, because it will keep showing its benefit over the period of 2 to 3 years. Such expenses are incurred to introduce a new product in the market. Now, children, before we move to the features of deferred revenue expenditure, as we had discussed in the previous video about capital revenue expenditure and revenue expenditure, I would like to differentiate these three. Again, capital expenditure, children, as we all know, leads to the purchase of an asset or which increases the earning capacity of the business. The organization derives benefit from such expenditure for a long term. For example, children, the purchase of building, plant and machinery, furniture, copyrights, etc. is part of the capital expenditure. Whereas now let us talk about the revenue expenditure as discussed earlier. It is that from which the organization derives benefit only for a period of 1 year, and it only helps in maintaining the earning capacity of the business. It does not lead to the acquisition of permanent assets. For example, the cost of raw material, labor expenses, depreciation on any permanent asset is all part of the revenue expenditure. But children, as we discussed, there is one more category of the expenditure which the company incurs, that is the deferred revenue expenditure. Now, let us again recap what do we mean by deferred revenue expenditure. These are the expenses. They are revenue in nature, but the business derives benefit from these expenses for a period of more than 1 year. So that is the basic difference between revenue expenditure, children, and deferred revenue expenditure, because the revenue expenditures are accounted in the current accounting year, whereas the deferred revenue expenditure, their benefit is for more than 1 year. Children, though the benefit of deferred revenue expenses last for a number of years, they do not fall under the capital expenditure. Why it is so? Because they are heavy expenses but do not result in the acquisition of any permanent asset. So this, children, differentiates them from the capital expenditure, because as we had discussed earlier also, that capital expenditure leads to the acquisition, to the acquiring of permanent assets, whereas, children, the deferred revenue expenditure does not lead to the acquisition of any permanent assets. So these were the points which differentiate deferred revenue expenditure from capital expenditure as well as from the revenue expenditure. The charge of these expenses is proportionately deferred over a period for which its benefits are derived. Now, children, coming to the features of deferred revenue expenditure. It does not result in the acquisition of any permanent asset. As we just now discussed, that the deferred revenue expenditure does not lead to the acquiring, to the acquisition of any permanent assets. These are just the heavy expenses being incurred by the business. The second point of the features is a portion of this expenditure is debited to the profit and loss account in the current year, and the remaining portion is shown as an asset in the balance sheet, children. This amount is shown and charged as revenue expenditure in future year. For example, heavy repairs is part of the deferred revenue expenditure. Research expenses done by the company is part of the deferred revenue expenditure. Heavy advertisement expenses, which is introduced by the company to introduce any new product in the market, is part of the deferred revenue expenditure. Children, for that matter, it also includes expenses incurred to remove the business to a more convenient place. So that is also part of the deferred revenue expenditure. All these expenditure, children, are heavy expenses for the company. So they are part and parcel of the deferred revenue expenditure. They do not form part of the capital expenditure, neither they are part of the revenue expenditure. Coming to the next feature, it is revenue in nature. Another point of features is the benefit of this expenditure lasts for a period of more than one accounting year. That is, they are being incurred for multiple years. The benefit is being used for 2 or more than 2 years. It pertains wholly or partially for the future years. The next feature is it is huge amount of expense and is deferred over a period of time. Now children, let us discuss the classification of deferred revenue expenditure. The first point of classification of deferred revenue expenditure is expenses partly paid in advance. Children, it is when the firm derives a portion of benefit in the current accounting year and will reap the balance in the future year. That is, it will derive its benefits in the future years. These expenses are part of the deferred revenue expenditure. These expenses over here is shown in the balance of the benefit that it will reap in future on the assets of the balance sheet. For example, children, the advertisement expenditure that we discussed earlier also are part of the deferred revenue expenditure under this head, that is expenses partly paid in advance. The second classification of deferred revenue expenditure, children, is the expenditure in respect of the services rendered. These expenditure is considered as an asset and it cannot be allocated to one accounting year. Now let us take a small example of the same. For example, discount on issue of debentures, the cost of research and experiments. All these are the services being rendered on which the expenditure is made. Such expenditures are part of the deferred revenue expenditure, children, under the head services rendered. The next classification, children, is the amount related to the exceptional loss. Such exceptional losses are termed as deferred revenue expenditure. For example, loss by earthquake or floods to a company, loss by any kind of confiscation of property, etc., is part of the deferred revenue expenditure. So children, in today's video, we had discussed about deferred revenue expenditure. So we can say that these are the expenses which are proportionally deferred over a period and their benefit is derived over the multiple years. For example, a huge amount of advertising, marketing expenses in order to introduce a new product or to enter a new market, loss by any earthquake, flood, etc. All these children are part of the deferred revenue expenditure. So children, today we had discussed at length about deferred revenue expenditure, differentiated between capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, and deferred revenue expenditure. Thank you. Have a good day. Clear your doubts in the next session over the Microsoft Teams. Take care.